Today, from the Superdome in New Orleans, this is the NFL on EA Sports.
It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New Orleans Saints. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, a few have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
Winston throw complete there to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage, came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. That's complete to Troutman, right, 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And we'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? Where the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Marquez Callaway there to make the grab. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And simply put, for many, He's the gold standard for quarterbacks in today's NFL because of his ability to create, find the open man, use all the different arm angles that he has. He's a complete package, and boy, his team loves to play around him.
On first down, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Off.
Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So Sean Payton corrected his decision to challenge as he wins the appeal. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 71 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That is a dangerous combination right there as we are learning quickly. Mahomes to Hill.
And think about the number of ways that they are dangerous because Hill can run past anyone, so he can throw it all the way downfield to him. But also on the shorter catches, as we saw here, catch it underneath, catch it in front of someone, he makes a move or uses his speed, and he's still gone. Either way, he can go the distance.
And either way, good luck. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
And we see another pitch catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it, and they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 89 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 14-7. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Jameis now on first down. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Jameis to throw it. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And Marquez Callaway, the one he was looking for, and it'll bring up third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
On third down, Winston. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Winston. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
57 yards now on the ground. Just 7 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Winston. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And Lutz puts this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. And these highlights here showcasing the solid game he's had.
Well, someone woke up and felt good about themselves today, didn't they? I have to feel that he came into this one with the idea that, yeah, I can do this. Whether it's preparation, reading the film, whatever it was, it's paying off in a big way as we watch this one unfold.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, over 100 yards already. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Touchdown! Complete at the 1. Tyreek Hill on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is up to 18 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Callaway, the return man. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put some deficit. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Callaway, the return man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Well, the Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston looking middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Winston drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First down, Winston. This is complete to Michael Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans. Number 2, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete to Troutman. That catch good for only a couple.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
Yeah, they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
On the check down, he finds Kamara. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Jameis again. Buying time to his left. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this 3rd quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And as the tape rolls, I'm just going to sit back and enjoy these highlights. You tell me what you see.
It's a lot easier to do that than it is to keep track of all the yardage, isn't it? I mean, Marvin, our stat guy, he may fall over there. But, boy, what a game, because no matter what has happened out there on defense, he's had...
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now here's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that will extend this big lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. But just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And Callaway taking it in left side.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Winston now from the 50. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdown.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. 62 yards on the ground for him so far. 2nd and 4. Winston. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be an occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
That one falls to the ground. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. They'll go draw here. Winston hands to Kamara. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
They went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Winston now. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. He's at the 40, the 20, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Chiefs just continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Butker on for the PAT. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Callaway, the return man. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 7 yards, the pickup there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 36, Winston out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Winston. Back to Kamara for another catch. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To the air again with Winston. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. 2nd down at 4. To throw is Winston. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now Winston. He's got it open, then he completes it to Callaway. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On 2nd and goal, Winston. That's caught at the 1. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A 10-play drive that time. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Oh, Hill, great grab. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And going deep for Hill. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 43 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Alvin Kamara and the Saints set to start their next drive. And the numbers for him pretty solid, really. He's run it well. He's caught it pretty well, but they're still far behind the 8 ball on the scoreboard.
Not able to use his talents, as you noted, to narrow the gap in the scoreboard. Sometimes it's a bend but don't break, right? He gets his yardage, that's cool, but it's not paying off on the scoreboard. They're not getting the points necessary. And if you're a defensive team, you'll give up that yardage for the kind of lead they have.
That's what I was going to ask you. Sometimes you say, let this guy do his thing. Let's control what we can control elsewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Take away the rest of the guys. Don't let them hurt you as well. But the biggest one is they've contained him well enough that they've been able to increase their lead.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Hardman on the return. Muscles him off. A good return there, 17 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Callaway, the return man. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Saints again ready to go on offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
A first down throw for Winston. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.